episode of my AEW Rampage review. Or no, AEW Dynamite review. My bad. Wrong day. But welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the AEW Dynamite review from yours truly. Making sure my mic is on. There we go. So, as some of you know, as we go over 3 subjects of the whole show, and then we review those, give those good reviews, bad, whatever they get. And then at the end, we wipe the slate clean, and then we give it an overall, verdict. So, without further ado, let's start this episode. So, starting out, the first thing we're going to address is, it's a bit of a, an issue, part of the show, where Malachi Black was involved. He would then get taken down, and I believe it was Brian Pillman Jr. However, Brody King would come out and make his AEW debut and help out Alistair or Malachi Black. I actually saw this, what's what I'm looking for? I heard Simon Miller himself from What Culture suggest this, that it might have been Brody King. On the segment we saw a few weeks ago where Malachi Black was talking to a hooded figure saying that you're more than a king now. And he suggested that it might have been Brody King. So, we found out tonight it was indeed Brody King. So, he made his debut to help out Malachi Black, which honestly, wow. I mean, many suggested it, many thought it was going to happen, and last night it did happen. And yeah, for that match, not much. For that match, that gets a amazing verdict from me, because, I mean, Brody King in the AEW, I mean, I haven't seen any matches, but I actually hope to see more of his matches going forward. Next thing we're going to review, CM Punk versus Wardlow. Now, MJF was on the outside throughout the entire match. CM Punk would get a bit of advantage starting off, try for multiple clotheslines, none of them taking down, Wardlow. But when he hit the springboard clothesline, that did take down Wardlow. And then Wardlow was in the corner. Yeah, kind of. Wardlow was in the corner, and I kind of saw it right there, vintage CM Punk with running to the corner, knee into the face of Wardlow. I knew the Bulldog was more likely coming, but I think CM Punk took just a little bit too much time, giving the middle finger to MJF on the outside, because Wardlow was then able to pretty much reverse whatever he was going to go for next, whether it be the Bulldog, which I'm pretty sure it was going to be, and just hit CM Punk with a devastating power bomb, but would not go for the pin. I honestly think that was a mistake, because usually when you have the advantage, you go for the pin, but apparently not. CM Punk would then proceed to hit Wardlow would proceed to hit CM Punk with multiple power bombs, one after the other, and would think about going for the pin at one point, but MJF would get on the apron and say, no, hit him with one more power bomb, and he would hit him with another power bomb, and repeat it again. Like, I think this point we were up to 6 power bombs. And around this point, CM Punk would roll over to the apron and would get, yeah, it is. But he would roll over to the apron, and Wardlow was making his way around to the ring. I think he was going to roll him back into the ring and then finish the job, but MJF was right there, said no, cleared off the announcer's table or the side table, timekeeper's table, or whatever it was, and said, you powerbomb him through the table. So Wardlow would do that. Referee would then start the count when Wardlow went back inside the ring. And referee Aubrey Edwards, the referee would get up to the count of 9 before CM Punk would finally roll his way back in the ring. And then, but I think at this point, Wardlow would hit 2 more power bombs. Pretty much devastating to CM Punk. And then was going to go for the pin, but MJF again got on the apron, said, you hit him with another power bomb. And you power bomb him again. Just yelling at him, power bomb him again. And he would go for he would get all the way up to 8 power bombs on CM Punk with Wardlow. However, he would go for a 9th powerbomb. But CM Punk Wardlow was too distracted, pretty much trying to get, figure out what MJF wanted him to do, and it would cost him. I know. It would cost Wardlow, because as Simon Miller from What Culture would say, he got hit with the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment, the surprise roll-up by CM Punk. And the referee would count 1, 2, 3, and CM Punk literally scratched by on a victory. Oh my God, like, wow. Oh man. But yeah, like CM Punk was scratched by literally on a victory on this one. So I'm gonna give that one, honestly, the verdict, just amazing, awe-inspiring, really. So finally, we get on to the third subject of this episode. The main event. The Interim TNT Champion. Sammy Guevara would be defending the title against Danny Garcia. Part of the way through the match, Danny CM or no, I'm trying to think. Part of the way through the match, Sammy Guevara would pretty much point the hard camera, do this kind of thing, like, and to Cody Rhodes, who was just announced he would be back next week on Dynamite. Well, he hit Danny Garcia with a crossroads. Not picking up the win off of that one, though. Now, in this match, it was just back and forth a lot of the ways. Danny Garcia had like a brutal submission maneuver. I don't know whether you want to call it a sharpshooter or whatever it was. It was some kind of leg lock. But he was really wrenching on Sammy Guevara, his knees and his ankles and all that. Yeah, it is. And he was just wrenching on that. But Sammy Guevara would make his way to the ropes, or make his way towards the ropes. And Danny Garcia would see this, try to reach back, grab the hand. But by the time he got a hold of the hand that was reached for the rope, Sammy Guevara had already grabbed the rope. Referee called for the break. Got the break. Danny Garcia would go back to work, working on, Sammy Guevara throughout the entire match. Sammy Guevara, next big movie hit was really this, like, brutal Falcon Arrow, driving Danny Garcia head first into the mat. Referee would count 1, 2, 3, and Sammy Guevara would retain against Danny Garcia. But that was not over. That was not it. Because I knew that something was going to go down, because one corner of the ring was Chris Jericho. One other corner of the ring was, like, not that far from each other, Eddie Kingston. Many of you may know him in my BCW series as Eddie King. But yeah, I knew something was going to go down, and something definitely did go down. 2.0 would make their way down the ring, try to attack, just Sammy Guevara, and Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston would pretty much get in the ring to help out Sammy Guevara. And then I think what we've been waiting for a few weeks now happened. Eddie Kingston, Chris Jericho got right in each other's faces. And I honestly think that we're going to have a fight between those two. And I honestly, for one, cannot wait to see it. Because Eddie Kingston versus a legend as Chris Jericho, I mean, I think that has the I think that has the ability to become an amazing highlight of a match. I don't know when they're going to do that, or, if they're going to put anything on the line or anything like that, but I can't wait to see it, honestly. So, that match, overall, amazing. Again, and now, at this point, you guys know what we do. We take all three of those subjects, wipe the slate clean, none of those matter. My overall verdict for AEW Dynamite from last night is amazing. I mean, what else could it be? it's like AEW Dynamite, once they have started their show, has gone beyond expectations for some. I mean, I expected it to be an amazing show. I expected it to be something that was going to destroy WWE, even though I don't think for many that was really their goal, per se. But they're getting real close with people like Vince McMahon and WWE, like literally releasing so many superstars. And they're going to lose. And yeah. So I will see you guys again probably later on today for another pack opening, because I got 2 of these right here. Kind of holographic, but Pokemon cards, Fusion. And then I got more of this. So I'll see you guys in a little bit for 3 episodes of Rise of the Tomb Raider redone on my Twitch channel, which will go up to my YouTube right after. I will see you guys shortly. As always, though, remember, stay safe, stay dangerous. Love you guys. Later.